I think that Joe hugs a lot of people. I've seen him hug old people, young people, women, men, so he just might be a huggy guy. I don't know.
So if some man walked up behind you and kissed the back of your head, it wouldn't weird you out?
I wouldn't care.
Why do you guys think Bernie's the best candidate?
Well, he's been wanting things to help, like health care, the paid college and stuff, and that's what we should have had a long time ago. All the industrialized nations have health care, except for us. Everyone, all the whatever, I can't remember how many there are now, they've raised it up. It's bull.
Why do you guys like Bernie?
Everyone loves Bernie. He's been consistent for a long, long time in his ideology, and he has really great ideas for real change, not middle of the road, milk toast, normal stuff.
Do you guys consider yourself to be Democrats?
I would consider myself to be more of like an independent right now. Because I was part of the Democratic Party, but then once Hillary kind of screwed Bernie out of the nomination, I was more of like on the independent side right now.
Do you think that, Bernie will hand it over again to whoever's the Democrat nominee?
I don't think so at this point. I think he will win the nomination for 220 because right now he's the forerunner. Like he's getting the most donations from people. He has the most momentum. So I think he'd be the best candidate at this point right now.
Why do you think Bernie's the best candidate?
I would say he's against neoliberalism, which is a pretty good idea, and it's against a bit of globalization, so I think that's pretty good. And I think the idea of moving more towards manufacturing is pretty good, and more towards closing the wealth gap is probably a good idea, especially with Glass-Steagall.
Did you hear about the misconduct allegations against Joe Biden for groping women?
I did, and I guess I can't say I'm surprised, but I figured that was going to happen as soon as he announced that he might be running, so I'm not too surprised, but he's a boomer. They're all old and weird.
I mean, I think this stuff is coming out about all of these different politicians, and, the only thing to come out about Bernie Sanders wasn't, directly related to him, so I feel like that automatically makes him, a more credible person than all the other people who are running.
Did you hear about some of the allegations against Joe Biden for misconduct, groping women? What do you think about that?
Not too happy about it. I mean, that pretty much takes him out for me.
I think that Joe hugs a lot of people. I've seen him hug old people, young people, women, men, so he just might be a huggy guy. I don't know.
It seems like people are trying to create divisiveness and wedges and things like that. We currently have a president in office who has way worse allegations against him. Nobody seems to care about that. So it seems like they're intentionally nitpicking the people on the left to be like, why are you holding somebody to this standards if you don't have those standards yourself?
I'm not too happy about it, honestly. I was kind of rooting for him, and now that I heard about that, I'm not on his side anymore. Yeah.
I think that he should have respect for women and personal boundaries, and it's definitely an issue.
Did you guys hear about the sexual assault or misconduct allegations against Joe Biden?
That was a joke, because that's not sexual assault. He just put his hand on the back of them and he kissed the back of their head. It ain't like Trump grabbing women's privates, like he bragged about, but they act like it was no big deal that he didn't do anything. That was locker talk.
So if some man walked up behind you and kissed the back of your head, it wouldn't weird you out?
I wouldn't care.
Really?
He's weird. It's his problem, not mine.
You don't think it's weird?
Yeah, you shouldn't do it, but they know people. Most of them do. They're politicians. The one that first complained was a politician.
As long as somebody shows growth and are willing to step forward and apologize and own the actions that they had and discuss the ways that they're going to change and work for the better in the future, then I think that's okay. I think it's
So do you think it's best for people to overlook allegations against groping and sexual harassment for the greater good?
Not overlook them, but also not necessarily make it as you are completely barred from ever discussing, or you're barred from ever attempting to do good again, if that makes sense. I think it shouldn't be overlooked, but again, if somebody is willing to step forward, own up to the mistakes they made in the past, show genuine remorse, and how they're going to hold themselves to a higher standard in the future, I think we need to be more open-minded about allowing people to learn from and grow from their mistakes.
Okay. Do you think that that's something that people on the conservative side, the right side, could argue, though, with them supporting Trump?
Could you rephrase the question?
Do you think that that's like a similar ideology or way of looking at things that maybe people on the conservative side, give as a reason to why they still support Trump?
I have not seen Trump in any way, shape, or form own up to his past actions. In fact, he still seems to brag about them in a certain light.
Did you hear about the misconduct allegations against Joe Biden? What do you think?
They did, sure. Yeah. I can't criticize him. I wasn't there. I don't know. But I don't think he's the man for the job.
Did you hear about the misconduct allegations against Joe Biden?
Oh, I think that's so sad. I wish they'd leave poor Joe alone.
I used to really like him as a person. Then that stuff came out, and I was kind of like, Joe, come on. Like, I didn't want to believe it,
Did you hear about the misconduct allegations against Biden?
Yeah, I guess
Groping and whatnot?
so. Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
What do you think about that?
I don't know. I try not to think about Joe Biden. I'm not a huge fan.
Do you think that that's okay to be groping women like that?
Oh, no, he's creepy. He's a creepy old man. Yeah, I guess I would say that.
Did you guys hear about the misconduct allegations against Biden? The groping?
Yes.
What do you think about it?
I think that he shouldn't joke about it like he did in the speech initially after. I think that was a massive mistake on his part, and I'm not a fan.
What do you think that means for like the hashtag MeToo movement if people vote for Biden?
Honestly, for the Me Too movement, it's not a good look on his part. If people who are part of that movement are voting for him, I think they're kind of voting against themselves at that point. Yeah.
Do you think that his behavior was okay with?
No, never. No. Like, that's just disgusting. Like, I watched videos of him. Like, he should. I get that he could be like more of a handsy person. You shouldn't touch and treat women like that. Like, treat them with more respect.
If you could describe it in one word, what would you describe it as? His behavior?
Just gross, to be honest with you.
Do you ever vote for Joe Biden?
No.
So is it a yes or no for Biden?
No, absolutely not.
What do you think about Biden? Yes or no on him?
No.
So is it a no for you then, for Biden?
Yeah, it's a no completely.
Do you ever vote for Biden?
I will vote for whoever runs against Donald Trump, but I hope it's Bernie Sanders.
Is it yes or no for Biden?
From me, it's no for Biden.
Yes or no for Biden?
No. I mean, okay, let me rephrase. If he was our candidate against Donald Trump, yes.
DNA Force Plus, our most advanced formula yet. DNA Force Plus is focused on overhauling your body's cellular engines and supporting your optimal energy levels while adapting your body to handle the daily bombardment of toxins. DNA Force Plus contains a combination of the best adaptogens on the market to help your body adapt and bend, not break. Hand-picked adaptogen herbs help protect your body on a cellular level. It's time to try the newest version of one of our most powerful formulas yet with DNA Force Plus. Available at InfoWarsLife.com today.